Hi everyone, it's Amanda. Now, I know I said I was going to be making lots of videos, and I totally dropped the ball on that, and I'm really sorry, but here's my video. I was just hanging out with my amazing friend Lauren today, and I was starting to tell her a story, but then, she had to leave, and I realized not only did I want to tell it to her, but I should just share it with all of you. I'm not sure how many of you know, but I was actually a first responder for Hurricane Katrina in 2005, and I pretty much sent myself down to the New Orleans area by myself. I was trained in disaster relief and had been in many hurricanes before, including a Category 5 storm, and I had ran and maintained an orphanage before, during, and after the storm, so I felt very prepared. And anyway, so the point is that there was this incredible lady that I wish I could find who I definitely feel like deserves some type of Oprah Lifetime Award. And she really proved to me that one person can make a huge difference in the lives of hundreds of people. And I've carried this woman and her light with me for all the years since, so I'll just tell you a little bit about her. I was sleeping in the Coliseum. Eventually all the evacuees ended up from New Orleans, and they were flown or bused to Shreveport, Louisiana, so we were in the Hirsch Coliseum. And I was sleeping in the Coliseum, and I actually gave my Red Cross hotel room to a bunch of evacuees who had been abused and were kind of flying under the radar, so they were actually happy the storm happened and they got away from their abusive husbands and boyfriends and stuff. So I slept in the Coliseum, and I shared my cot with this little adorable lady named Doña Ernestina, and she was from Honduras, and she was 82 years old and just definitely the cutest little lady ever. So, you know, when people would come into the Coliseum, if they wanted to do something nice for the evacuees, they would come to me because I knew the evacuees and they trusted me because I was the one that was eating their food and actually sleeping in the same cots. Well, with them, but I only shared the cot with Ernestina, just for the record. Okay, anyway, so this little tiny lady, she was a little black lady. She must have been from around the Shreveport area, I don't know, but she was a minister. And she would come to the Coliseum and ask me, specifically for women who had been very abused and basically had broken souls. And sometimes she would ask for 5, sometimes she would ask for 6. It depended really on, oh my god, my arm's killing me. It would depend on the day. And she would pull up in this white van, and I would pick out, you know, the evacuees for her, and everyone would line up and watch these evacuees leave, because it was really great when they would arrive back. So when they were leaving, they would look down kind of the way, if you've ever seen animals that get abused, you know, they're kind of like cowering and afraid to look at you in the eyes, and you know, just broken and trying to avoid being noticed. Well, that's how these beautiful women were when they were leaving, just very broken. And they would go, and this wonderful minister, it sounds superficial, she would take them to this, basically for a day of spa. And she would let them get their hair done, and they would drink, you know, fruit drinks out of fancy glasses, and they would get their nails done and get a massage sometimes. It all depended really on the day. And it was unbelievable to see these ladies come back. It makes me cry when I think about it, because, you know, there's very few times in your life where you can really see that something makes a difference. And it was just a few hours away from the Coliseum, and most of these ladies had never ever had their hair done by a professional. They'd never gotten their nails done in a salon, and to be out and be with other women who understood them and being pampered and treated like the queens that they were, it was just unbelievable for their souls. So everybody would come together when this van would pull back up, and you could hear them as soon as they pulled in the gate. And between the gate and the Coliseum was like a pretty long, I don't know what you would call it. I was going to say camino, road. But you could hear them singing gospel songs. And it was just amazing. I still think of it now. Even, in the last couple of years when I've had some hard times, I think back to the sound of these women singing songs and, just so full of life and restored. I mean, their souls were healed in one day of love, really, and just letting someone know that they were cared about and that they mattered. And the van will pull up, and these ladies would get out and start singing and dancing, and their heads were held high, and they were amazing and so beautiful. And so, everyone in the Coliseum would cheer them on, and I got to see them not just after that day, but I was down there for a couple of weeks, so I could see what they were like afterwards, and they would be holding their head high. They would come up and talk to people and wanting to introduce themselves to other people. And I also noticed, most importantly, these women were extremely open to therapeutic services after they met with this minister. A lot of them got involved in programs that helped them and their children get back on their feet, got them their GEDs. And I honestly believe there was a very big difference between the women who got to ride with this minister and the women who never did. And, people always say, oh, one person can't make a difference, But I know. I saw it there. And that was in the midst of just complete chaos. We saw the best that this life has to offer in Katrina, but unfortunately we mostly saw the worst of what could potentially happen in our country. So seeing something so positive and so uplifting and just beautiful, I honestly believe that woman is an angel, and I'm sure wherever she is, she's out there doing the same work that she was doing during Hurricane Katrina. And I just wanted to share it with everyone because she touched my heart. And she's one of these women that I carry with me in my heart, and whenever I'm having a bad day, I think back, I can almost hear the songs, and I just imagine, what it was like when that van pulled in and you could hear them singing and you just knew, oh my gosh, here it comes. This is going to be incredible. So, anyways, I just wanted to share it with you. And I wanted to wish everyone a great start to the week. And my arm is killing me again. And, yeah, that's about it. So, I hope that you have a great week. Thank you for listening. Oh my god, this video is 8 minutes long. Ooh. Okay, I'm going to do my code word. My code word is going to be sunflowers. Okay, so if you watch this whole through, if you say sunflowers, I'm going to be really impressed that you listened to my whole video. Watch my whole video. Okay. Okay, happy start of your week. Thanks for listening. Sunflowers, and goodbye.